Get it right. Welcome, undermined me and get shot in the toe. Welcome, and then welcome again, niggas, to the Just Bring You Back, Come Rewind, big channel. Niggas that know about that from the 90s know about that. Yeah, man, for the YouTube watchers, Just Bake channel. And for YouTube and the rest of the world, it is Watermelon versus Pumpkin podcast. Water, you hear my phone?
Sounded like water.
It agrees. Water, melons, water, pumpkins. Listen, man, we here. And this is episode 90.
92.
90 fucking.
East 1992, my people.
92 was a good year for me. Slam came out, I believe. Onyx.
Duh.
Let the boys be boys. Definitely got into some fights in the neighborhood with that one. That was great. Reggie White, the pastor, sack pastor for the Philadelphia Eagles, number 92. My nigga, man. You know what I'm saying?
92, I was 9 years old.
Oof. I was about 12 in a duck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 92 was good, man. I enjoyed that year. High top fades. You know what I'm saying? It was still there. Baggy jeans were still on and popping. I think it's weird. I was thinking about it. I remember when the high top fade started dying off.
Yeah.
And there was guys that still held on to it. And there was a lot of big shit in the barbershop. Damn, nigga, not yet? You ain't ready? You the last one, huh? You gonna be the last one. Shout out to my man Big Floyd. You know where you at there. You know Big Floyd. He said he held on to his to about 2002.
Whoa.
When he died, he let it die, and that's right around the time when they started coming back.
Yep. Just like anything else, it all comes back. Like, keep the clothes that are in your closet that are, flashy because, sooner or later people are going to be like, oh, my God, you don't have red monkey jeans again?
Right.
Like, apple bottoms are going to come back and some
apple
shit?
Apple bottoms, red monkeys. It's like, did you get them? You still got...
You got Jinkos? You got some icebergs?
I think the smart...
You got some Airwalks?
The smart person nowadays is going to buy two of these items and wear the hell out of one and then don't even touch the other one.
Yep.
Put it away. Don't even touch it. Because then you either whip it back out when it makes its turn or you sell it for a fucking arm and a leg. Because people are like, oh, my God, it's an original?
Yep.
From like 10 years ago original? Yeah, it's original 10 years ago. Okay. That's like the move now, man. I wish half the shit toys we had younger, man, I wish I would have fucking held on to half those things. And
Hell yeah.
you don't think of that shit. You want to play. I'm playing with everything. But if you were to undo the contents inside there and get involved, you understand what's going on.
Yeah,
basically,
I would say, and you had a better childhood for it. You know what I mean? Instead of fucking keeping everything to sell later when.
Listen, the lady next door to us growing up, my mother shot us down like a wounded fucking pigeon out the sky. She was gonna give us. Yeah, see, that's exactly what a wounded pigeon would sound like, nigga. But we had he had his last brand new old school G.I. Joes from the 1950s.
The big joints.
The big joints.
Yeah.
In the box still. Untouched, unscathed. Old lady next door, I want to give it to these boys. That was my great nephews. They never played with them. It's like, yeah. But it's like, no, they're going to break them. They're going to ruin them. Those are like in the collectibles. Ma, that's why you're the responsible. Take them.
Yep.
And put them away somewhere
Throw
as a
them in the
responsible
attic.
adult. Right. And then give it to me when I'm 18.
Yeah.
Because I probably would have cashed it in and spent it on weed anyways. But regardless of the fact.
Exactly. I know, because that's the thing is they would have ended up in a pawn shop before eBay because that was the original eBay was the pawn shop.
Yep. Get it into the pawn, man. Shit, I haven't been in a pawn shop in a minute. I tell you the truth, man. I miss it. I should go.
Definitely. I haven't been to one in
You can
long
find
ass
some
time.
shit, man. Nigga, you got your own pawn shop. Hello.
Right.
Go get that shit.
Slang it. Well, that's the thing with the pawn shops now. Ever since the internet, the pawn shops got greedy. It's tough to find a deal out there nowadays.
And they know the only way for for the pawn shop to get there is they got to hit you on the head.
Yep.
And who they gonna do it to? All the local people.
And honestly, the pawn shops, a lot of them are doing the same thing with selling on eBay and selling on Amazon. A lot of that shit because everybody on the internet want
smart pawn
I
shops
sold
will
a
do
fucking Celine Dion VHS tape for $18. Like,
get the fuck out.
Where else am I doing? And I bought it for $1 at Goodwill. You know what I mean?
Wow. Somebody wanted that Celine Dion VHS.
And
That's
it was
crazy.
it was Middle America. I think it might have been
Wichita.
It might have been. I was about to say it might have been Kansas, but it was one of those, to where
people that don't have access.
bro. And I'm telling you, it was a VHS.
That's
know what I
crazy.
mean? Like,
and it's that thing. It sounds crazy, but like I said, we remember that we're close to big cities. Like these places don't have fucking cities where they don't have any of that shit, man.
Yeah.
Like we have big cities around us or in our area, you know, or we live in them. You know what I mean? So we get the shit coming through. Like Connecticut is a big flow through. A lot of shit coming from New York. You know what I mean? Shit coming from Mass. We're like right in the middle. Everything flutters and filters and drops right in here.
Yeah.
In this little divot we got here called Connecticut.
The third unheard.
The third unheard. Oh boy, they loved it.
For real.
You know, but they heard about us, man. You basically, this is Watermelon vs. Pumpkin, man. Episode 92, niggas.
And what they heard about is that I am his, not your co-host, Lil Mattress, LILMATTRESS. Follow on everything. Hit like, hit share, hit subscribe. Hit up the hotline, 203-594-6977. WatermelonVSPumpkin.com. That's WatermelonVSPumpkin.com. Once again, like, share, subscribe, download, tell a friend. Be like, there's a white person, there's a black person, and they're talking.
Oh, man. But the white people need not apply because you're the devil. That's what
forever. That's the cool thing now. White people are the worst.
It's just like I could just blame the white man for the rest of my life, and I think I can get out of anything.
Yo,
So,
and hit up gbiclothing.com. Exactly. I mean, yes, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. gbiclothing.com. That's gbiclothing.com. Use code watermelon. Get 10% off. You know that pumpkin season is coming up. We have the I Love Pumpkin t-shirt if you want to snap that up. Like I said,
want a security
watermelon,
jacket?
10% off. We also got t-shirts, socks, different accoutrements. If you want to support the movement, support the podcast, we on there. Like all the shit we got on Facebook, man. We got the Instagram. We got everything. You know, search Watermelon VS Pumpkin. We out there. I got Lil Mattress on Instagram. We out there.
In here, we might have to fuck around and like actually start sending niggas actual pumpkins. Like we might have to send you niggas a watermelon in the mail, man. Order a shirt now. We're gonna send you a watermelon.
Comes with a free watermelon.
You know what I mean? Like you can't go wrong with that. You know? And all we ask is you to take a picture, post your picture and tag us in it and say, I got sent a watermelon today from them good fellas at the Watermelon vs. Pumpkin podcast.
That'd be amazing.
It'd be a great thing for you niggas to get involved with. And if you die from food poisoning, something happened in the mail.
True.
I did learn not too long ago the proper way to pick out a ripe watermelon.
Whoa.
Which I should have learned a long time ago. This is true. I know there's people gasping. What? Listen, the
How doesn't he know?
Northeast, we're a little freer, so we were a little further away from the roots of the watermelon in the South, okay? So it was a Southern gentleman who put me on to it. Looking here, bro, I'm going to tell you, you know the perfect way? Of course, I asked my mother, who's a white lady. She goes, yeah, of course I knew that. I said, well, you had a lot of black friends. That's why. And I'm sure. But no, it was when you knock on it, the hollower, the sweeter. That's it.
Whoa.
That's it. Knock on it. It sound the more hollow that thing sounds, perfect, man. I fucking as soon as he told me, he was telling me while I was looking at him.
Started knocking.
I started knocking. I found the real hollow one. I brought that bitch home. And people were like, "What the fuck? This is so sweet. Oh my god, you picked such a good one." I said, yeah, I know. That's what I do. It's what I do. Thanks to my man Leroy in the grocery store. He said it's an old Southern way, man. That's how he said his grandma used to teach him, you know. And he was older, so his grandma taught him in the fucking 50s, 40s. You know, so
Knock on the watermelon and holla if you hear me. That's amazing.
If you hear me, the hollower, the sweeter. Niggas. That's what I'm gonna say. I don't think the same applies to pussy. So sorry. It wasn't a jab at anybody. Any. Do we have to keep apologizing? No, fuck that. Listen.
That's the way that's how you got to go nowadays. Is if you don't apologize, everything goes away.
You get black market,
because if you
get
do
shelved.
apologize, then whoever they are, but they're
Powers that be.
just like, got him. Okay, cool. We got him to apologize. And they still go away. So now if you apologize, they go away. If you don't apologize, they go away. So only apologize if you actually feel it. Like, instead of the bullshit apologies of like, well, I'm sorry if you were offended. Wait, no. That's not an apology. That's just a bullshit, word
That's
parade there.
Right.
Yeah.
So, let me just get out of this. Can I just say sorry and go? Can I say sorry and go? You sound like my fucking kid. No.
Right?
Dad, I just want to say sorry and go. Can I just say sorry? No. I'm going to sit here and I'm going to fucking preach to you for a fucking hour until you want to throw up in your mouth. and that should be like, oh, God. Because that was when hey, listen, sometimes younger, when that shit was going on, a nigga want to raise his hand and be like, you know what, I'll take the ass whooping.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
want to hear you know what I mean? Can you just beat me?
Can I just tap out?
Just beat me and keep it moving. Like, I don't want to hear this shit for an hour. You know, and another thing. Yeah. taking your mother on the trip, huh? You know, when I was your age, oh shit. Like I heard shit. I don't know if parents do it anymore.
Yeah.
I kind of do that, and I try to catch myself because it's hard, man. You know, you become the nagging parent, and I'm like, fuck. I'm definitely the nagging parent right now. I'm that nigga. I hate it.
Young Naggy.
You know what I mean? It's like, oh, but it's part of parenting, and you get it now. You got to nag these little niggas, and they're not gonna get it done.
Yeah, but yeah, that happened with Dave Chappelle's new special. We're looking it up on
Great special.
Rotten Tomatoes. I guess it's. I don't know if it's losing its credibility, but the nice thing about Rotten Tomatoes is that it has the critics ratings and it has audience ratings, and we just looked it up before we signed on, and the critics ratings they voted it a 35, which is obviously an F minus.
Right.
Audience rated it 99%, which is an A plus. So what the fuck, you know what I mean?
So let's go to the people, because that's what it's all about at the end of the day, right? We're supposed to go to the fucking people for results of how our world works.
Mm-hmm.
And the people have spoken. Dave Chappelle shit is the shit. I found it hilarious.
Me too. And that was my thing too, where like I found it really funny, but I didn't find it offensive or shocking.
Right.
I found it as like, this is a guy that just did a stand-up special about what's going on right now, which is what stand-up specials usually are.
It is.
I didn't get the fucking like, oh my God, you can't say the word trans, you can't say the word, and you know, perhaps it's my white privilege.
Right. I just think it's such a bad way to be, where it's like you feel guilty for laughing. Like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you feel guilty for finding something funny because it was funny. You know what I mean? It's like, you know how many comedians that have some real edgy shit that it was just hilarious to me.
Yeah.
But it was edgy. Like Chappelle's one of those guys. Like he really tap dances on that shit where it's like, oh my God, should I laugh?
Yeah.
But he talks about everybody. You know, blacks, whites, anybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He doesn't really hold any punches back against anybody. So to me, that's a well-rounded comedian. You know what I mean? And it's like, if he doesn't sit there and attack fucking only one race for fucking 3 hours straight,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like that shit gets redundant after a while. It's like, okay.
Yep.
Oh,
That was like, honestly, like Chris Rock's new special that he came out with after whatever 18. Like, bro, I promise you, the first half hour is just how about white people fill in the blank, and you're just like, all right, listen, like I'm white and I have no problem with white jokes, but at any subject after a while, you're just like, all right, cool, like we're the worst, great.
You got to
do something else now.
You got to pepper it in. You know what I mean? Throw a little bit in there and then step out. Come in and step out. Well, you know, there's certain guys like we mentioned before, like D.L. Hughley does that. He'll make his whole bit about white people are the worst. The difference between white people and black people. Like those things are funny to me. The difference between, you know, like a lot of comedians do that. But to me, it's like we've heard it so much, so many people that it kind of can be like, all right. Well,
it almost makes me think like, yo, have you ever like? I want to know like, yo, what white people are you meeting? Because this shit is nuts.
Right.
Like I've have some fringe people that I've met before where I'm like, oh God, yeah, all right, those are people they're talking about, but like, it's not ever anywhere near on that that scale where you're like, yo, most of the white people that I meet are blank, and you're like, whoa, I don't know who the fuck you're around.
I know. I commend the white comedian who's not really afraid to talk black jokes because that's very rare. It's very like. They're like, you know, and I get it because of time and the way things happen. Certain things it's frowned upon. It's not really looked at. But when it comes to comedy, you gotta admit when shit is funny, man. Because does that to me as a white comedian. I think he does it well and it's funny. Bill Burr, he's hilarious to me. Like
Bill Burr's amazing.
He goes in on these things, man. He's like, no, don't give me that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, listen, it is what it is. You know. He goes. I think he mentioned that one time. He said, "Oh, I get it. So I can get berated up here. You can berate somebody with a million white guy jokes. I can't say one black guy joke. You know, and I get it. And it's a certain class to this shit, man. You know.
And he's married to a black woman too.
Is he?
Yeah, Bill Burr.
I didn't even know that.
Yep.
Mr. Burr. Now I was watching some of his stand up the other day, man. It was hilarious. He had the whole lotion bit. I don't know if you heard about that.
Yeah.
You didn't know he was ashy.
Didn't know because you can't see it.
He said this girl fucking did it, scraped his arm, and it's like, he said shit was flying off his skin.
Hell yeah.
It's like, that's why that black don't crack shit? Yeah, it's because they lotion. Lotion. It is true, nigga. Cocoa butter is a way of life. I love some cocoa butter.
Bill Burr is funny as shit.
Keep your balls nice and shiny, too.
True.
Yeah, them cocoa butter balls, baby. Just slide. Nah, but, at the end of the day, it's beginning of the night, man, and niggas need to just stop, man. Chappelle's shit was hilarious to me, so I didn't finish watching it.
There was nothing in it that would ever make me like, oh. And I think people that, and you know what, too, and I don't, mean to say this as I'm uninformed because I'm informed, but I don't watch the news. And sometimes like I'll catch the news, somebody will have it on at work. Bro, if you ever like look at the news, this shit is fucking terrifying. Like you would think that the world is over tomorrow.
Right. Let's stay home. Honey, stay home.
No, like, read some news and even most of that is still bad, but it's not like I don't think people like in real life, and it was kind of like proven by that poll on Rotten Tomatoes. People in real life, I don't think are that fucking offended by absolutely everything that happens. It kind of seems like it's a
wave.
It's almost like a manufactured like, well, all right, well, what am I supposed to be offended by? And he said the word trans, so I don't think, oh God, well, that's kind of a touchy subject. And I don't think people
what
are.
My friends think.
Yeah, like I don't think people are actually offended. I think they're just like, well, it's almost like a mathematical formula where they're just like, well, this is what I'm supposed to be, so oh fuck. But it's funny.
Like, it's 2019, man. There shouldn't be shit that's said right now that surprises you. I don't know. That's just me. You know what I mean? It's like we done heard so much shit. Like, what surprises you? They fucking hung people from trees and then went and had parties about it. Like, there's nothing that people will do that's like, not even race aside, just fucking people in general. There's nothing that people would fucking do to each other or say to each other that should surprise you as of right now in 2019, the year of our Lord.
Yeah. And Savior.
You know what I mean? There shouldn't be shit that surprises you. So that just baffles me all the time. Like, did you hear what he said?
Mm-hmm.
Like, whoa, he said that? But are you surprised?
Yeah.
Like, Trump gets that all the time. Like, when are they going to stop gasping what the fuck the guy says? Stop it already.
And Trump is a perfect example of it. And once again, I'll say every single time that we bring his name up, I don't love him. I don't hate him. I like to take people on case by case. He says some wild, outlandish shit. And also there's some stuff he's not that bad about. But he's another one where he doesn't cower and he doesn't immediately apologize.
Right.
And what happens?
He sticks with his shit.
All the shit goes by.
Right.
All the shit goes by. And all the
sticks
power
with
is
his
taken
guns
out of
and
it.
they say, oh, well, you know, what are we going to do?
Yeah.
He's not backing down.
Like the fucking how we were just talking about in the Dave Chappelle shit when he's talking about Kevin Hart. Be like, yeah, Kevin Hart said, no, I'm not apologizing. Then went on a 6-week radio tour apologizing to everyone. So it's like,
I'm not apologizing to you, but I'm apologizing to everybody else. I think at that point he wanted to try to say, at that point he's trying to save face, and he has followers. That I mean, like he probably had a lot of followers that are the gay community, the alphabet, people or whatever. And he was like, yeah, I might lose some steam here. I mean, there's a lot of people that are behind the scenes that might be part of these organizations. So, you got to be careful, man. Just like the NFL, when they do shit they do, it's like, oh, you got sponsors, man, that are like predominantly gay. We got to be careful. Right? Mm-hmm. If they're upset, then I can't fuck with you,
Yep.
But, stop being offended by every little thing, man. I get it. Shit is offensive. But I'm more of I'm more of an in-your-face kind of offensive guy. But like, I need you to give it to me right here. You offend me right here, then okay. To my face, nigga.
You'd respect it more than the behind the back.
Right. Yeah.
But also, I think something that people don't understand too is that you can be offended and nothing has to change. Like, it's okay that you are offended by something, and that doesn't mean now that the world has to change and fit. Okay, well, now Lisa's not offended, so okay, we're cool, we're good.
Listen, I'm going to put a quote out there that I heard from a gay man on TV one time. He said, cry me a river, build a bridge, and get over it. I don't know. That was a great line. Thank you, random gay guy, who I got that from. It was,
The name of this episode is Thank You, Random Gay Guy.
Thank you, all the random gay guy. Let's get over it. You know what I mean? And
yeah, it's a thing where people will go with the grand statement of like, I'm offended by this. And it's like, but that's okay. And like your feelings are valid if you really are offended. But now that's where it ends. You know what I mean? Like that doesn't mean
it's that shit with
that's not the beginning. That's the ending statement. That's the ending statement of I'm offended by this. Okay.
And that's that shit that with the kids, it's the kid treatment. Like for people that when they raise their kids, when your kid's unhappy and you're running around the fucking house trying to, or you do everything under the sun to make them happy. Well, you know what? That kid being unhappy is just probably what it's going to have to be.
Right.
And a lot of parents I see that do that, man. And I think this is that same kind of thing. It's like, we have to make them happy because they're upset. We have to make them happy because there's no, motherfucker, you're upset. When I was upset as a kid, when I didn't get something, I might have fucking went in my room and cried, but they left me in there fucking crying. And then I got over the shit and I went outside and played with my friends. Like, at some point, you get on with the shit. Mind you, some things I harped on. Like when I really wanted that fucking game, I might have dragged it out for a week. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? When you're saying Oh, I'll try again tomorrow.
Like, I remember being in situations of being at someone else's house, and it's known that person won't eat anything except for chicken nuggets, so we just got to feed them chicken nuggets. And I'm like,
I blame that totally on parenting. It's like,
hell yeah, they're the ones feeding the kids
I
food.
know, I totally do, and I've talked in baby, if you're watching this, I talked to my lady before about it, and we had this discussion of when my whole thing was because we had to disagree a little bit, and I was just like, my whole thing is like, yeah, if you let them dictate what that is they're going to eat, then yes, they're going to only eat chicken nuggets. You know what I mean, it's like if you lose ground, because most parents that lose ground, they do the, all right. What do you want? And then they get tired of it. They don't want to deal because they don't want to put the time and the patience into fucking saying, no. This is what it's going to be. This is what it's going to be. Let that kid sit at the fucking dinner table. You're going to eat.
Yeah.
Or you're going to be hungry. You know what I mean? If not, then go get a fucking bowl of cereal. That was my thing. You don't want to eat what's cooked? Go get a bowl of cereal. That's your dinner. You know
Damn,
what I mean?
we never even had that option.
had
It
that
was
for the cereal, right?
No, it was you're
This is what
eating
you're
what's in
eating.
front of you or you're not eating,
This
and
is
that was
true.
it. And it's funny because
Me and my brother was like that too. We sat at the table and stared at each other.
yeah, I was. It's funny because I was talking to my brother on the phone the other day because it sparked my mind when I went to pick up an Uber order from KFC and I saw they had the chocolate cake out front. You got a free chocolate cake with whatever. But I remember back in the day when my parents were still married. We had KFC the night before, and we had leftover chocolate cake. All right, so now this is the day after. There's leftover chocolate cake for dessert. Boom, and this is when I learned that life is not fair because I was sitting there, I ate my food. My brother had some things left and some cooked tomatoes that were with whatever the dish was, and like he salted them. He was trying, like he couldn't eat them. Like they were just not working for
gagging
him.
on 'em.
And my father was just like, if you don't eat your tomatoes and whatever's left on your plate, we're not having dessert, blah, 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 whatever. And I remember my brother tried, man. He tried. And
Up, Chuck.
yeah, should have been named Ralph because that shit popped back up. And I remember I remember learning that day that the world is not fair because it was, boom, nobody gets dessert. And I was like, but I ate my food. I ate my food.
You ain't shit, brother.
See, my plate is.
I know. He threw up, but nobody gets nothing. That's that shit that you hate at work when there's the one nigga fucking up. Like, well, nobody gets a raise now. Motherfucker, take it out on him.
Exactly.
Oh, this guilty by association or shit. Like, that's how people fight. Me, like, you and your brother probably almost had a fight after that shit.
Yeah.
You don't want to fucking eat.
Exactly.
I can't get cake.
But it was one of those you kind of understand too, because like, I mean, cooked tomatoes are tough to get down when you're young. You know what I mean? Nowadays,
stewed tomatoes.
Whatever. Yeah,
but it's that thing. It's like when you say, "Well, my kid's picky, and she only eats this or he only eats that," and it's like, how'd that happen? You know what I mean? Let's talk about it. How did that happen? Because this is why people in other countries aren't really picky like that, because their families, their like, this is what we're eating. We don't have money. Like, this is what we're eating. This is it. This is it. Yeah, when you're older, you can go ahead and start bouncing around and trying different things.
Yeah.
But they're always going to go to the staples. You know what I mean? This is what the fuck you ate. You had rice and beans with every meal. That's what you had.
Bro, and it's weird because I grew up like that, but my mom with her dog, oh, well, she won't eat that. Yes, she will, because you know what you do? You put it in the bowl and your job's done. Right. and when she gets hungry enough, she's going to go and eat that.
Yeah,
like,
no, it's true. She did the whole, the dogs do the sniff, walk away, go lay down. Oh, yeah, she doesn't like it. She's going to starve now. No.
Yeah.
She'll be all right. When she's really hungry at starvation mode, that will be a fucking filet mignon, I guarantee.
Oh, yeah. That's what it is.
It's Alpo looking and smelling like shit, but it's going to be a steak in a minute. Yeah, so
it's weird. Like, and that, to probably take it up to, keep going with it and extrapolate it fully, not just with the food, but with how you were saying, it's like parents can never have their kids be angry or like go through emotions. And I think that's what fucks them up as adults because they don't go through emotions. They don't go through like, and it teaches kids bad things.
Denial is like the biggest fucking dagger ever.
Yeah.
Now they're older. Like, what?
Like, I've met some psycho women out there, and I'm sure that they've met plenty of psycho men, but the whole just like,
speaking from experience, he's talking.
Yeah, but the whole like being sad, and then now you're supposed to know that I'm sad, and you're supposed to know what you're supposed to do to me to make me not sad, and it's like, God damn, I don't know what your fucking parents did to you. Of
Did you
like,
get a manual up your ass I can read? Because I don't know.
that whole just like, well, I'm sad, so now it's your job to make me not sad. And like, woo.
Yeah. And it's tough, man, because me as my personality of that, my little crabby cancer sensitive kind of person, just, when my lady's down, I'll run around like, what's good? You did it? What did it? And it has to be like, I think my mother had told me one time, it's like, you just can't sometimes. That's it. There's your answer. You got to let that be. You know what I mean? Because you're that kind of person that like you want to help fix the problem. Just with women, we don't have problems. We just have it without having an actual problem that wants to be solved. We just want to fucking bitch about it.
Yep.
But you know what I mean? And then you have something like you said that's like, well, you didn't do nothing. And then you, hold on. How the fuck was I supposed to know when you told me, like, when it's, I'm fine. You know that one. I'm fine. No, you're not.
Yeah, I remember it's like some stand-up comedian was talking about how like when a woman talks to you, they don't actually want an answer. They just want you to listen and agree, and that's it. Like,
First time you come
the
with an
worst
answer,
thing you could
I
ever
learned
do.
it the hard way. First time I come up with an answer is like, all right, I'm gonna go back here now.
The worst thing you could ever do is come up with a solution to their problem, because that's not what they want. They don't want their problem to be solved and done. They want to be angry and get the anger out, and that's what they want. Not to fucking like, well, let's look at this and let's solve it. It's like, nope, they just need to. Sometimes you got a verbal diarrhea on it.
Right, and that's the same aspect we're saying of teaching the kids to do, and also teaching people to do, so stop being so fucking sensitive. This is all full circle we giving y'all, man. You know what I mean?
Much like a pumpkin, much like a watermelon. Come on, man.
Just took a wedge out. Take a
Put
slice.
it to your ocular.
Take a slice, nigga.
Take a slice, put it on a paper plate.
Oof, get the Cool Whip out the fridge.
Don't put it on the grill. Whatever you do not put it on the grill.
Do not put watermelon slices on the grill. Maybe pumpkin. Is there a way to grill? There's a lot of ways.
There's got to
pumpkin.
be some roasted pumpkin.
There's a lot of pumpkin ways.
Yeah.
I think a whole shitload. No, I don't think. I know there's a shitload of more pumpkin ways than watermelon ways of having it prepared. It's just too many. I actually am going to fucking grocery stores. Like, another pumpkin product here.
Yep.
Okay. Pumpkin straws. How's that work? So you just crack the middle and it just every sip tastes like pumpkin? That's great.
That's wild. Yeah, pumpkin everything, and a lot of those pictures will start popping up on our Instagram. So the watermelon vs pumpkin on Instagram, follow us on there, and you will see many pumpkin delights. And we still got some watermelon hanging on, man. I just saw a watermelon pillow in General Dollar.
So now you're gonna see them because now season's going out, and now it's the shit that's on clearance. You're gonna go to that clearance rack. You're gonna see some watermelon products.
True.
Look at this watermelon clock. That's right, nigga. See the clock.
Like, just take it. Just take it.
Yeah, shit. I know who's taking it right now. Good old Antonio Brown.
He took his ball and went home.
He took his ball and went home.
Well, actually, Bill Belichick kicked that shit over the fence and said,
Go get it.
go ahead and go get it.
You want your ball? Go ahead. Go get it. Yeah, Antonio Brown been through all his, if you heard about him in the media, you even heard him on the show, the whole big thing. He bitched last year about he shitted on his Steelers. Get me out of here. All right, kid, we're trading you. We're going to shit on you so bad, we're going to give up 4th round picks for you. We don't even care if you're the best receiver. Got rid of him. Oakland got him on a trade. He goes, yeah, I'm so happy to be here. I can't wait for it all to start. Starts off the season, training camp. All the bullshit. You know what I mean? My helmet. Oh, his foot was fucked up. His helmet. I'm not going to play football. I'm going to retire. They don't give me my proper helmet. He does all this shit. And then I'm going to fight the manager now. Fuck you. I'm going to beat your ass. All right, we got to get rid of this guy. He's a problem. New England says, we'll pick him up. Goes there. First fucking week there. Allegations pop up that have been going on for months, supposedly, about some sexual assault and rape allegations for it. So then it's like, oh, God, bro, you just can't, So then the Patriots still say, we're going to fuck with you. Don't worry about it. As long as everything goes smooth, we're going to fuck with you. But then the fucking guy goes and does a text message, a group text message, which he included his lawyer in the text message, to one of the accusers. He's fucking sitting there basically trying to bait her into giving a confession with his lawyer tagged in. His lawyer's like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, you want me to try to win a case? You're doing some illegal shit right now. And the lady said, so she complained that he was harassing her. He threatened her. So the Patriots caught wind of that. Those texts came out and everything, and they said, all right, we go with you, man. We released them. They released them. They cut their ties. They lost the fucking couple million they lost and said, good luck. And then AB did the whole, I want to thank the Patriots. Initially, he thanked them, giving me an opportunity, give me a shot. I think 2 days later, he turned into shots fired at Bob Kraft.
Oh yeah.
Robert Kraft is did the X, Y, and Z. And
How did they get to fire me and not just off the bat? And we had a contract, and they don't have to pay me my money and all that other shit. Yeah,
right?
man.
You know, and shitting on, like you just thanked them, and now you're shitting on them.
Mm-hmm.
So now he's talking about quitting football. I think football has quit you, brother.
I think he's one of those cats where he doesn't understand that football does not need you.
Right.
Like he doesn't get that shit. Like I understand you are the best receiver. Cool. Everybody else can catch the ball as well. You know what I mean? Like, and you're just a distraction at this point, and that's why, you know, people aren't going to fuck with you.
The team without you will have another wide receiver. You without that team, you just got no money.
Yeah.
You got what you got, and that's it. You
That's
know what
it.
I mean? It's, you
And
know.
it's funny because I think he thinks that now everyone's going to be like trying to suck his dick and swarm up to him and be like, well, what about our team? What about, and I think it's kind of like the Kaepernick thing where it's like, obviously Kaepernick was not outlandish and acting like that, but I say that to say it's the headache.
Right.
It's the headache around you that people don't want. They want you to go out there, run, catch the fucking ball. That's what they want you to do. If you want to do shit in your extracurricular time, man, you want to get brand deals, you want to get shoes with Nike, you want to get, that's another thing. With AB, Nike dropped them.
They dropped him. Yeah, he's getting dropped by everybody, man.
Yep.
And he still blames everybody. And that's the problem, man. It's like, bro, you still throwing shots at everybody.
Yeah.
Man.
That's the shit. Like, you really can't see that this is you. At this point, when you've been, when, you know, if everybody hates you for a fucking reason. You know what I mean? It's
Right.
not always jealousy and haters and, no, man, like, you're fucking up constantly.
Yeah, and he has too much. He's the prima donna, man. He likes to be in the limelight all the time. And,
Yep.
you know, and it's, you know, and it almost seems like you probably did that shit, man. You know what I mean? Because the kind of person they're displaying to us, I don't know you personally. I can't judge the man personally. I don't know the motherfucker.
Yeah.
But we only judge by what we're shown. So what we're shown is you think you're bigger than shit that you're charged for. Sort of like OJ. You just think you're that damn big, or R. Kelly, you know what I mean? I would say more R. Kelly-ish. You know what I mean? Like, you think you're that damn big that the rules don't apply to you. Like,
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, they need me. I don't need them.
Yeah.
Well, they're like, listen, we make fucking billions around here, and this is what we do. We're in the line of getting fucking players and letting them go and acquiring players. And you know what I mean? It's like, this is what we do. Yeah,
Yeah,
would've been
he
great.
doesn't understand that they don't need him.
Right.
That's what he doesn't get.
They just were in, let's see. They won 2 of the last 3 Super Bowls. They have a total of fucking 9 Super Bowl appearances with 6 wins. They need you again for what?
They're going to be all right. They're going to be all right.
They need you again for what? They got Tom Brady, man. That's all the fuck they need over there.
Yeah. Oh, that's another thing about, like, so obviously this dude needs to get his fucking act together, and you need to grab the ego. To quote Busy Bone, he needs to grab the ego,
Grab my nigga.
you know, and just put that shit somewhere else and come to grips, man. Honestly, the best thing that dude could do is go into a field and do some mushrooms and have a
Right.
nice little face-to-face meeting with himself and be
Right.
like,
Ricky Williams tried that, and he never came back, though.
yeah. Well, also, that was back when Ricky Williams was like, no, I just like to smoke weed. I don't want to do this anymore. Like, for some people, weed can be just something that they do before they
Right.
go to bed. It can be something
Right.
that they do all day. It can be something, but for Ricky, that
He gave
weed
it up
got
for
him.
He gave it up for the
That
bud.
weed
He was
got
like,
him.
listen, fuck this career. I'd rather smoke weed.
Yep.
There's another guy who did it with the Cowboys last year. He's not as a big name as Ricky Williams. 'Cause Ricky
Yeah,
Williams
yeah.
was the fucking Heisman Trophy winner for crying out loud. Guy was a big time NFL player, and then he's just like, yeah, nah, I'm good. You know, this guy's, man, their bodies go through a lot, and he's like, you know what, I'm trying to save my body right now. So,
And it
that worked
sucks
for them.
because eventually it's just going to be like, yeah, they smoke weed instead of taking fucking 10 pain pills a
Right.
day. You know what I mean?
Pop,
Eventually,
man.
it's
Plants
gonna
on the pills,
get to
man.
that. That's the wild thing too, is that they don't understand, like, it's not a performance enhancing drug.
Right.
Like, it's just not like, I
no
think
nigga
some
ever smoked a dub sack and picked up a building, you know?
no, I think somebody in the Olympics, like one of the snowboarders, like lost their Olympic medal because they tested positive for weed. No, like, it's a performance
All of
enhancing.
that, yeah.
Like, oh,
Michael Phelps, they got on him because he tested positive. And they took sponsors, came off him and shit. Wheaties, figure that. Wheaties. Pull sponsorship on him because he smoked weed. Whatever that means.
yep, they taste like shit anyway. But
What, it's always an add sugar move.
right, exactly.
Raisins or sugar, I guess.
Uh-huh.
Only way that's going to work. Or bananas. I like bananas in my shit too.
There was something else that happened in the NFL, and I just lost it.
Oh.
We were talking about AB, and then there was somebody else that.
was I know Kaepernick's still looking for a job.
Yeah, that's not happening.
Nah, I doubt it. I think it was blacklisted and no racial intention. They're just blacklisted. If anybody, they just. What happened to Michael Sam? Yeah, that's a good one.
Honestly, I think the only reason he got even drafted at all is because he was gay. Came out as gay, and not because he was gay, because he came out as gay. And that was the biggest news story that people weren't about to be like, well, yeah, so he's gay, and then we dropped him, and then they would say, well, you dropped him because he was gay.
Right, Jeff Fisher.
Because then he went in like the 4th round anyway. He wasn't like.
He was a hell of an athlete though in college, but a lot of everybody that comes out of college is a hell of an athlete in college. When you get to the pros, you got a different ball game. You got guys that are fucking bigger, stronger, faster than any college player. You know, these guys been in the league for 7-8 years, and you know the kind of facilities they get to use with the fucking NFL.
Oh
These guys got top-notch trainers and shit, man. Fucking physiques, you know.
Young Zeke.
World, you know,
that's what I wanted to talk about in the NFL was the cat from the Dolphins that said the ref said to him, "Don't touch Tom."
Oh, he said that? Oh, that's the Tom Brady rule, man. They say it exists, but I kind of feel it, man. Tom, when he gets pressure, he gets hit, man. They throw the flag, kick niggas out. You got to stay away from the golden boy.
Because that's what I want to see, too, where I'm like, I figure, how they record those games, that had to be picked up.
Right.
If it happened. But then, regardless if it was picked up or not, are they going to, they wouldn't release that shit and be like, yep, see, he was telling the truth.
Right. This whole time, you never really believed him.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But, the NFL is it's going smooth. It's only week 3. Patriots are looking strong as usual. And Pat Mahomes, Kansas City Chiefs, man. Keep them name around this year. I think they're going to be the team this year.
San Francisco's still undefeated.
San Francisco is playing hella ball right now. They're possibly going to make the playoffs because the NFC West their division is them, the Seahawks who are playing the Cardinals are playing.
Man, the Seahawks were supposed to be something different.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about this year. I'm talking about when they had won that Super Bowl, man.
12 man.
They were supposed to be doing something else.
They were the Legion of Boom. That's what they call themselves.
Yep.
Legion of Boom. Boom stick. They go boom stick. Goddamn hat coming off.
And now they're just like an afterthought.
Yep.
Because I remember when it happened, they were talking about like, yo, this might be the new Patriots. Because they were supposed to go back to back, and then they were just like, controversial black guy running it in to win. No, we're not going to do that. Let's throw it from the 3.
Right. Oh God. Marshawn Lynch fucking went home and just opened up 30 packs of Skittles and poured them over his head and filled up a bathtub of Skittles and dove in that bitch crying.
No, he was talking about that in an interview with Pat McAfee where he said he had a bottle of Hennessy White. And he said
Eddie's my shit.
that he just went, told mad people in the crowd, like their fan base, to come back to the hotel, and they had a party anyway and just wild out. And, he said obviously he was pissed, but, just drink the pain away.
Right. Drink the pain away. Get some people around you real quick. Tell you how good of a year you had. Make you feel like don't worry about it. Even though niggas like, no, this is a Super Bowl. It ain't like the playoffs. You're not talking about the playoffs. We talking about the fucking Super Bowl, man. This is the biggest game. This is what you play for. This is what you want to get to.
This is what you waited for. Man,
that.
that was one of the most befuddling moments of any Super Bowl ever. When it was like,
and it was like, and I think it was like first down, maybe first down on the 3-yard line, first or second. It's like, so he just picked up 4 yards. The immediate play before that one, motherfucker Marshawn Lynch picked up 4 yards to get the first down. He just picked up 4 yards, and now you're 3 yards away.
First and goal, regardless of what it was first and goal.
First and goal. You just picked up 4 yards, and now you're 3 yards away. And the first thing you think is, we're going to throw this fucking thing.
They'll never see it coming.
You know what I mean?
See, because that's the thing about football. If you're running the ball, and even if the other team knows that you're running the ball, that really doesn't matter. No. If your guys are doing their goddamn job.
Right. He's going to knock you off the block. He gets his block in there. If that tackle, that guard gets their arms on him, you can know to play all you want, man. But
and Marshawn isn't no fucking slouch. He's
a linebacker.
Holding beast mode for a goddamn reason. Come on.
Yeah, so he's a linebacker with tucking the ball, covering the corners. Cover the corners.
Sucking and bucking.
Listen. But it's exciting. And now we're going to get into baseball because it's getting near the end of the year.
Yep.
Yankees, of course, are doing well. Whatever. But end of this month is, which is next week, starts October. Fest of baseball. Hunt for October is what they call it. That's baseball shit. hunt for October. So niggas try to get it in to win the big one. Cause
Yep.
you're talking about a month and a half of playoffs. It's crazy. You know,
It
basketball's
is.
the same
And those
way.
are like the fun games to go to
right.
because they actually matter. You know what I
I've never
mean?
been to a postseason game of any professional sport because they're expensive.
Oh, yeah.
But I would love to win some on a radio station one day. I tune
Right.
in the morning sometimes to possibly win some tickets at one of these shits.
Mm-hmm.
What do I get? Dr. Oz tickets offered to me. You know, I was like, no, nigga, I want to go to the Super Bowl.
Right.
I want to go see Dr. Oz tell me that my fucking cholesterol's off. Screw you, Doc.
That would be amazing to make it to a Super Bowl one time, but man, it's all like shit.
It's
No
all in-
nosebleeds are like 3,000.
Couple grand, yeah, easy nosebleeds. But I was there though. I was there. Like, yeah, but were you?
Right? It's like, yes, you were there.
You were
but,
there
I mean,
with
come
a
on.
pair of binoculars and like I think that's 84. I can't tell. Is that 82 or 84?
Dude, I couldn't do that, man. Imagine spending that because that's what you're spending on a resale site like StubHub or whatever. Then you get there and because that just big drama happened. I've never heard of the band, but I only heard it because of the story, the Black Keys. And they had a show, and I don't know if it was them. I don't know if it was the venue. I don't know who it was. But all tickets that were bought that weren't bought, you know, directly through whatever, the website or Ticketmaster or whatever, all the resale tickets, they turned everyone away at the door. So everyone that bought a ticket off StubHub, TickPick, anything, all got turned away at the door. And it was a bad scene.
Wow, because they
Yeah.
were fake? Or what'd you say? Because
They don't know why,
Oh,
but they
wow.
didn't accept any of them.
that's crazy.
And I don't know if they're like trying to curb that shit. I don't know what they're doing, but it was.
I know my brother had bought fake tickets one time through a legit site. He met the guy. It was through Ticketmaster, but it was their official Ticketmaster tickets. He met the guy in New York. He met him in like a little alley type shit. You know what I mean? Boom, here's the tickets.
Well,
Got
of
'em.
course, that's that's great. That's
Right.
like perfect. That's what you want it to be, right?
But he checked them out. They were official tickets. They're official. Got inside. He got to a section. The guy scanned them. He's like, nah, man. He goes, these are official tickets, but what they do, he said, there's a sting going on. They're trying to catch these guys. There's guys that actually have access through Ticketmaster. They were printing out official real tickets, but the numbers are off. The serial numbers were a couple more different. You know what I
Yep.
mean, to make it look legit. But he said, no, they're real tickets, but there's something with the numbers are off. They're not valid, you know?
Damn.
I was like, wow. So now my brother's pissed. He's riding around the city trying to look for the guy. The guy's not picking up the phone, obviously.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, but shit, he dropped almost $300 for those tickets, man.
Wow.
200, something like that. You know, it was a big game. It was like, I want to say LeBron was there or something. You know, big team, you know? But, yeah, niggas get you, man. You know?
Yep. The only good thing is if you actually buy him through, like he must have. I don't know where you buy him to. We actually meet up, but if you buy him through StubHub or you buy him through something like that, and it doesn't work out, they will give you your money back. But you
Yeah,
lost out on the experience of like you're at the stadium or at the concert or at whatever. Like, no. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like your night's ruined anyway, but
Yeah.
I mean, hey, at least you get your money back.
Right. At least I got that back. But nah, this guy was a guy who was preaching. I think it was through StubHub that they were Ticketmaster tickets. You know what I mean? It was like they're official tickets. I just can't make it. That was his thing. You know what I mean? So he's like, all right, you know, people selling their shit all the time, but
Damn.
this guy's been selling fake tickets this whole time. So man, he got my brother for $200-$300. Imagine who else he keeps doing that
Right.
to. You know what I mean? $200-$300
Yeah,
here,
you know your
$200
brother wasn't the first or last,
Right,
so
you know, but you know, bro, you're riding around New York City. You're not gonna find that fucking guy. What are you doing?
no.
It's New York City, man.
Yeah.
You know, every car you're like, nigga got a brown Buick. Any got a brown Buick? Is that brown Buick? Yeah, that brown Buick? Yeah. Like, come on, man. Let's get our shit together.
Right.
So Antonio Brown, get your shit together.
Oh,
and
yeah.
hopefully you got the millions that you have already and you invest. Tid already.
Right? Or in February, you see that motherfucker pop up in the XFL and get it popping. Let's
Right.
see.
Go ahead, man. There's gonna be money out there. You can you want to go to Calgary? You want to go to Canadian League? You can do that too.
Right? You want to play half court?
Right. You can go to the Calgary Flames. You want to do? Which I think is a hockey team, but
It is.
whatever. You niggas understand. Shit, man.
Yeah,
What
man.
else?
Hopefully he doesn't pop up on like, the real world road rules challenge and like
Oh God.
I'm telling you, man, because who
together.
popped up on one of those headbutt. What's his name? Football player.
Oh, the one that got unconscious from doing it.
No. He headbutted a girl or something. That was like Terrell Owens.
Terrell Owens.
Owens, he popped up on fucking one of those shits, like, celebrities versus fucking real world people, and it was like,
Right.
whoa. And he lasted like 2 episodes because he got into a huge argument about like, what the fuck are you doing here, all that, and he didn't want to do anything, and it was just damn. How far they fall.
How far they fallen without their wings.
But that's the problem, man. Is people that fucking ego will kill you.
Right. If you're making a lot of money, man, then make the fucking money. Let your ego sit on the table side next to the fucking denture cream. Get that money, man. Get this money. It ain't gonna last forever. You ain't gonna have it forever. So invest in your kid's future and do good things. Plant seeds, nigga.
True.
What the fuck is wrong with you, motherfuckers?
But if you're gonna invest and you're gonna plant seeds and you're gonna feed your kid, maybe don't do it until they're 4 years old. Because you found this story, man. Please inform me about this. And if anyone has any comments or questions, you know what it is. 203-594-6977. Call or text us, and let's start a dialogue. Let us know what the bruck is up.
The blood clot. We smoke pot. What?
Think twice. I think not.
Guns in Navarone. I don't know where that is. I think it's in Texas. So this was a story of Coco. Coco, if y'all don't know, is Ice-T. World-renowned actor / rapper initially.
Author?
Rapper,
I've read his book. His
That's
book
right.
was awesome.
He was an author. That's true. This is true. I think he's a director too. I think he directed a couple things. But his wife Coco, which if you know Coco, she's very voluptuous in stature,
Curvy.
You know what I mean? Big big brisknesses. In the backyards, like filly in the stable. She's out there. So what it is with her? She went to Instagram not too long ago and posted a picture of her breastfeeding her 4-year-old. Yeah.
Woo. Put your 4s up.
And she is very proud to brag about this and thinks that more parents need to do that. Da, da, da. She said, don't get me wrong, I do feed them meals. But we would hope that your titty milk is not the only thing you're giving your kid at 4 years old to eat, Coco.
All liquid diet. She's just...
This is the South Beach diet. It's like the South
No,
Beach.
man, she gets about a gallon out a day. It's crazy.
Fucking poor kid. So she thinks it's a beautiful thing. I mean, this is for a debate, y'all. Hit us up because I don't know. I'm not feeling it.
No.
I think it's weird in a way. Babies don't need the breast milk after a certain many months even.
Yeah.
You start off with the breast milk for so many months. Your kid stops eating breast milk while it's in its month stages still. You know what I mean? And we're not talking about
Well, this baby's just 48 months old. That's it.
But baby is 72 months old. It's crazy. Really, bitch? 72 months, huh?
Still on the titty.
Oh, but she thinks it's a beautiful thing to just whip her tit out wherever. And she said her thing was it was a hard time for her to do it at first. And then her family said, stick with it. And then she stuck with it, and she hasn't stopped since. So now this little nigga, is in the grocery store fucking undoing her bra and pulling her shirt down.
At 40, I don't know. I kind of think, if you're old enough to be able to remember it, that might do something to you. Obviously, I'm not no child psychologist, but if you can remember it, that's interesting.
Yeah, it's like...
And then, too, because I am a pervert, I just hope Ice-T's getting his drink on as well. Because I know that I would be. You know what I mean? I know that I would be. I'd be like, babe,
you want to put some milk in iced tea?
let me go ahead and try it out, babe. Let me bring that titty over here. Which one flows better? The left?
And I guess she said it was a problem where she'd had a problem at first getting the milk, and the babies weren't getting the milk properly out of her breasts. And da-da-da. Then I'm thinking to myself, yeah, they're fucking fake. There's probably a blocked ventricle somewhere in that fucking thing.
There's probably a roadblock.
There's a roadblock somewhere in that fucking road map of a tit you got.
Right.
So all the veins look like road maps anyways. Look, it's Erie, Lake Erie. Lake Michigan. It's there's the boulevard.
Yeah, that's interesting, man. People, it just, obviously I'm not a parent, so I can't judge, but this is what we do on the show. We talk watermelon versus pumpkin. Yeah, it seems like too old, but then once again, of course, I don't know the exact age to stop at, but I feel like 4, if you can remember.
Yeah, 4's a big one. I've seen people go up to 2, maybe 1.5, 2. I've seen this 1-year-old, but that to me was always pushing it. But 4 years old, come on. This kid's making their own.
If you can walk up to the titty, you know what I'm saying?
I know. If you can make a waffle,
If you can walk up to the titty and request it, then it's probably too old.
Shouldn't be doing it anymore. Mommy, titty, thank you. Like, oh man, she's just probably one of the people that just can't say no.
It could be.
You know what I mean? I just can't say no. Her adorable little face, and it's like,
Well, that is true because she's definitely gotten in trouble in the past for taking some wild pictures with dudes that weren't iced tea. And like, not even that she had an affair, but just like, yo, don't take a picture where you let a dude cup your ass. Like it was, I remember there were definitely some beefs back in the day.
Like, listen, see what the problem is. Listen, you know, Ice-T talk with that lisp.
No, I remember he curbed it because there was a big like drama back.
Really?
Yeah. Where he was like, yeah, you don't take pictures with nobody no more. Because it was
I
definitely.
thought he was like, hey, go ahead, come over here, man. You can take a picture, squeeze my girl's ass. Come on over here.
No, it was like a picture of like straight up some dude just both cheeks like, and they're posing for the camera, and he's like, "Don't do that."
Right.
Like
Him and
I
his
shouldn't
magic
have to
hand.
tell you, don't do that.
So I got to tell you not to let a nigga touch your ass?
Right.
We got a problem here.
Yeah.
If I got to tell you that shit, then we got a serious fucking problem.
True.
You know, come on, let's get our shit together, people.
Yeah. Now, how much milk is left in that titty? Come on, that shit over here.
Quarter cup. Oh man.
Neighbors coming up to the door. Can I just borrow like a cup of? Fine.
Listen. She's like, I'm down to a couple tablespoons. He's gonna have to figure it out.
That's wild.
Coming out looking like condensed milk in that bitch.
I enjoy just by law of averages knowing things like that. Like you know that there's definitely been a pregnant woman cooking before and just been like, squirt. Just definitely did it. You know what I mean?
See
Just
if it enhances the flavor.
Just
she definitely pulled it up and sipped.
start it off.
Shit came out fucking, you know, some women got long, weird nipples, so shit probably was looking like a fucking crazy straw. And them nipple twisted.
Oh, shit. But, yo, all the women cooking with breast milk, shout out to you. And if anyone ever wants to come on the show, please, we will do a special episode of the Just Bake Show.
That's it. Come on here, ladies. You want to come here and talk your shit? You want to come here and sit down and whip your titty out and just have an adult conversation? We're with that. I'll just throw in an apology because I'm sorry.
Sorry.
So it goes away? All right, cool.
That's it. All you have to do is say you're sorry and it goes away. And that's another thing. I remember arguing with girls before and fucking, I said I'm sorry. What? The fuck? Do you think you just hit a reset button?
Right. I said I'm sorry.
Like,
it doesn't take it away.
No, I'm not mad anymore.
Right.
Sorry.
That sorry just sits on the back burner until the time I want to pull it off.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Put it under the fire. But for now, it's like, nah, I didn't get that. You apologize for it? I don't know nothing about that. I don't know nothing about that shit. You better have that shit down in a written document.
And then speaking of things being on fire, man, these vapes, they're talking about they're killing everybody now.
The vape is vaping.
Which, to quote Donald Trump, I've heard that it's fake news.
Oof. Well, niggas is dying, they saying, and to quote my
The name
man
of this
Bismarck, but to quote my man Bismarcky, they call it the vapors. Yeah, I guess you said you were telling me before that it's a certain kind of vape that they're.
I heard
into?
they're like the third-party bootleg THC vapes.
Gotcha.
Like if somebody on the street was trying to be like, yo, I got these, weed vapes, because I guess with the Juul and everything, it's the whole tobacco vape. And how I was explaining it before is from what I heard, like just if you have, say, a video game system like an Xbox or a PlayStation, other companies make controllers that aren't made by, but they work with
generic
them.
brands. Yep.
From what I heard, like they got those Juul pods, and then there's other companies that make shit that like, yeah, it'll work with your Juul pod. And they were saying those where you get the weird, off-brand fucking
Shit,
and you
make
don't
sense.
know what the fuck is in that shit.
Right. Smokers be like, yo, I keep scratching. Oh, he put catnip in it?
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. A lot of
meowing.
that stuff, whatever's in it, that's the stuff that, is getting whatever it is, water in your lungs and getting all your shit fucked
That
up.
makes sense because, I mean, I want to, like you said, you turn on the news, you want to stay inside. You don't want to trust nobody.
Yeah. But it is wild, too, because then you got to think about from the conspiracy aspect of, like, all tobacco companies want is for those fucking things to go away.
Right.
Like, even I saw another one of, like, somebody died from smoking weed, and it's like, no, no, they didn't. You know what I mean?
Just 'cause
you
weed
you
was in
can
the
die
system,
from the
yeah.
things that you choose to do after you've smoked weed.
Right.
But from the actual, lighting up a joint, blunt, whatever it may be, and smoking it, no. You're not going to die like that.
I have yet to find somebody who did.
Yeah, it's because it's never happened. You know what I mean? That's why.
I have yet to
From
run
the,
into this
like
story.
it's the same shit. Like when people drink and like then get into a car accident, they say, they got into an accident from fucking drinking and driving. But it's weird when people smoking get into a car accident, they never say that it's, that they would have died
Smoking
from
and dying.
weed.
Right,
but if
right.
you drink and die, then you died from drinking. It's
Right.
a weird double entendre.
double edged. Cut that.
But no, definitely, if you fucking shotgunned a, gallon of vodka, yeah, you'd probably die. But
Right.
you couldn't do it from smoking. Like you'd get to the point where you literally
Yeah.
could not smoke anymore, and you would
I never heard
Just be
THC
way too high.
poisoning, so.
nah.
You smoke too much, it poisons your blood, and then you die. What? Nigga, let me roll up, 'cause I ain't trying to hear nothing you saying.
Right.
Oh,
But yeah,
man.
so those are weird like fear issues that it seems to be that are just popping up. Like also the I feel bad for the little girl that they got out there talking about climate change and talking about, and I'm not saying that she's not right in what she's saying, but
What's a Humberg?
Granite a little girl named Granite
Counter.
Granite Counter. But Greta. That's
Greta.
what, and I feel bad for that girl because they got her out there reading a script, sounding like she has prepared that motherfucker over and over again, and she sounds great reading it, and the shit sounds good as she's saying, but it just, when we watched her speech earlier, like, yo, it just looks like a movie scene. Like
Right. It was
none
very,
of the shit
it felt
seems real at
very,
all.
Like, every sentence.
How dare you?
Right.
Like, all
There's
right.
a lot of how dares in there, and it's just like I had to put on this voice so they know I'm serious.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like it wasn't I don't know. I'm not saying her tears weren't real, but they didn't seem real. Okay, they weren't real to me.
And two, like, I wonder if she even knows what she's doing because she's a fucking autistic 16-year-old from overseas.
Right,
I think
from
she's
Sweden.
from Sweden, yeah,
Yeah,
or
Sweden.
Australia, one of the two.
Yep.
Sweden, but like, I feel bad for her. Like, I feel like she's being put on to do this. The whole get in front of everyone and be like, and how dare you? Because the world's gonna end in 12. And like, listen, at some point, yes. The world's gonna end because we're gonna fuck it up, and maybe not the world's gonna end, but humanity might die off. Though
Right.
the world
Earth
is
starts
much
opening
like a
up again.
vagina that it will clean itself.
Right, yep.
Like there used to be a whole bunch of other shit on the planet, and then the world will boom, boom, pop it back out, and it's not happening anymore. But it's just a weird like voting times coming up, and you just like, I would implore people to just kind of like look past what it is. Like now, when I go to work, I pass 4 fucking road construction joints because fucking elections are next month or 2 months from now, and you're just like, yeah, just do it fucking while you're in office. You know what I mean? Like,
Take care of it now, and then we had to worry about this shit later. Nigga.
yeah, like you don't have to fucking cram before, because honestly, that's, I guess for other people, they do the thing where, or this is how they think it works, where they're like, well, now if we do fucking road work close to the election, then when people are driving to the polls, they'll be reminded, oh, they are fixing the roads. For
Right.
me, it's like, all I see is you pandering to people and doing that. Like, I see exactly that's what that is, but I see it as pandering instead of like, I think I would remember more if I was like, damn, whenever I drive around, there's a fucking nice ass road, you know?
Right.
And there's not a big ass fucking conk divot for me to fucking drive through, you know?
It's just this motherfucking potholes.
Yo,
in
it's
my
just
life.
everything, man.
It's just everything. There's potholes in my life and your life.
Potholes in my life.
Oh.
That is the illest emo song that we should write. Thought it'd be a clear drive, but there's potholes in my life.
Everywhere I go, there's potholes.
God.
Every other place I go, I see them potholes.
Holy shit.
Look out for that remix, niggas.
But yeah, what we're saying is that I feel bad for that girl because I
Yeah.
feel like, dude, she, man,
She kind of got. Put
I don't
up
even
to
know
it.
if
Like,
she knows
somebody
what she's
put her.
doing.
Somebody put her up to it, man.
Yeah.
Just read what's on the paper, honey. Rebecca, read it. How dare you? Pause. Look around. Blink, blink, blink. Watering from the
like
eyes.
I want to see the footage of her practicing that shit because she got it down right to cry at the right times and all that.
Right.
Man, it just made me feel bad for the girl, you know, to where I think she's being used, and maybe she might grow up and look back and be like, "Fuck." I wonder how that the purple-haired female soccer player with the swoosh. I wonder how she feels right now.
Because is it Lindsay? I don't know.
But remember how what she said went, and I wonder how she feels right now. I wonder if she's just like, damn, ain't nobody give a fuck about what I'm saying anymore. They just used the shit out of me, and now I'm,
made a coin off you and said, get back in the bank.
Yeah. Put it back in the piggy.
Put it back in the piggy. I'm done with you, Mizzy. Mizzy.
Yeah, it's weird. I wonder how they feel about it when they get older,
Right. They're gonna be all with us in a happy circle in Jubilee, dancing around singing Kumbaya, nigga.
Trying to suck on that titty at 48 years old.
At 48 years old and on episode 92, niggas.
Mm-hmm.
This is Watermelon vs. Pumpkin. In case you niggas forgot, this is the ward of all wars.
The battle.
The ward of that's war and gourd put together. The ward. The ward of pumpkins and watermelons are right here and it exists in your life, nigga.
Bars.
So, at the end of the day.
It's the beginning of the night.
And, I appreciate every nigga with a hemorrhoid. We'll talk about it later.
Mm-hmm. We in the nook.